the strawweight division. Let's talk about the strawweight division here a little bit. We spend a lot of time talking about flyweights. The flyweight division is a great budding division right now. Aside from the skill gap between her, Valentina Shevchenko, her and the rest of the flyweights, there's still a lot of good flyweight fights here. A lot of good matchups, a lot of good fighters on the come up. Even if Valentina was to retire today, I would still be watching the division because there's a lot of good talent there, right? But strawweight, to me, I just have to talk about it again because, we have a lot of good fights coming up. We had a good fight this past Saturday. And when I was just, looking at who's next for the title shot, I was like, man, like, there's just going to be so many arguments on who gets the title shot next. Like, everybody's licking their chops in this division. Like, Rose may be the champion, two-time champion, but it's like everybody is trying to get a title shot right now. I mean, you got Marina Rodriguez, you got Carla, you got Jessica Andrade coming back down. You got Zhang Weili, who's lost 2 times to Rose, but is still trying to get her way back to the top. Then you got Joanna coming out of left field, trying to get back into the rankings, right? And you got Tisha Torres taking on Mackenzie Dern, who's, revamped, ready to go, try to fight her way up. You got Amanda Lemos, who's taking on a big fight in Andrade, who could very much well earn a reputation if she is able to finish a fight or make a big statement against Jessica Andrade, right? So many good fighters in this division that all have kind of a leg to stand on. And that's the reason why this division is probably still one of the best, and a lot of fans still like it, is because it's loaded with established fighters. Like, if you just go down the list, let me go ahead and pull up the rankings right now, and we can kind of talk about it, because this division here is everybody's favorite because you have a lot of fighters that have a particular style about them, and they have a particular style about them, and they have good resumes. Everybody's pretty much fought everybody. It's been around longer, right? I mean, if we just start from 10 up, you got Lemos. She's one of the older prospects, but she's got a very, very entertaining style, and she is fighting her way up. That could very much, like I said, against Jessica Andrade, could very much will be in that title talk if she's just able to bag a win over somebody like that. Then you have Ebos in the division, who looks like a pretty solid, well-rounded fighter. She's bouncing back from the Rodriguez win, or at least trying to. Michelle Waterson, of course, she's out. That's why she can't take her on. But other than that, she's still a pretty good, entertaining fighter. Then you got Tisha Torres. Tisha Torres been in the game since the birth of this division, 2014. Has, fought all the different styles, fought multiple champions, So Tisha brings a lot to the table. She's established. She is kind of who she is. She's in that mid part of the division where she can school these young cats, or she can give a tough fight to the elite, very strong, setting her ways as a, good combination puncher, very fast fighter, and, trying to add more to her game, So there's her, Mackenzie Dern, she's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu legend, still needs a lot of work to do, even at number 5, but she brings that wild card factor on the ground. She brings the power. You never know what could happen in a fight with her. If you get down to the ground, it's pretty much a wrap. So she has that going for her. Like, when you think her versus some of these strikers, you think ground is Dern all day. So she has that going. Then Yan Zhana revamped herself this past weekend. Got a big, strong, fast strawweight there that could give a lot of these other grapplers problems. And then, of course, you got Marina, Carla, Zhang Weili, all established something in their own way throughout this division, right? That's why I say it's still one of the best divisions for that. And like I said, strong arguments for title shots all around. That's why it's kind of like there's really no purpose for title eliminators with some of these fighters, because everybody's already kind of lined up and ready to do work because they've already laid it down along the way. Like, first we're going to start with Carla. Carla, on her 5-fight win streak, she's next. That fight still ain't finalized for whatever reason, but she's next, right? Carla's next. Then Marina, we could say, okay, what if Marina had to get? Okay, that's fine because she's 4-0, right? So she's next. And then you have, like I said, Jessica Andrade moving down. Jessica Andrade alone could stand on the leg that, hey, I'm 1-1 with the champion. I gave Rose a tough fight. I could argue, y'all could argue that I won it. I lost it by split decision. I beat her the first time. Hey, I could be next in line. I got a big resume to stand on. You know, I'm pound for pound one of the best. Got the most fights in the division, more than 20 fights in the UFC. A lot to stand on there for Andrade. But of course, he's taking on the number 10, Amanda Lemos. But if she goes in there and destroys her and just reawakens, you know, that style to everybody's going to be like, oh, snap. Andrade could jump ahead of these fighters, right? So she's lined up in there. Then you got, like I said, Joanna. Joanna still trying to carry her weight around. She's not in the division right now. She's unranked. You know, she's been removed because of, you know, her inactivity, but she wants to come back and fight Zhang Weili in a rematch, possibly. You know, she's still kind of holding out. Like, I want to come back in April, come back in May, but Zhang Weili is not ready till July or August. So same with her. She tries to get in there and fight Zhang Weili. She's going to be like, hey, I beat number 1 contender. I'm a long reigning champion. You know, I've done a lot for this division. Give me the title shot. So politically, she could very much well also be lined up next or jump ahead. You never know how this game works, but they all have some type of argument, right? Then you got Mackenzie Dern versus Tecia Torres. You know, that's going to fall somewhere in there because Tecia, you know, been in this game a minute. Dern, she holds number 5. Let's say Dern beats a veteran in Tecia. She'll be like, hey, maybe I need a title. Y'all need to get me into a title eliminator next, or she might try to argue for a title shot somewhere. But she might need to get a title eliminator. Like whoever wins between Dern and Torres, they need one more fight before they try to jump in there because there's enough fighters already ahead. So yeah, man, strawweight, you know, is one of the divisions that has so much going on. But like I said, there is no bad fight you really have to reach. That's why I asked y'all the other night, like nobody could come up with an answer. Like there really is no bad fight, even amongst the inactive fighters. Like when you threw Dern in there with Nina Azaroff, you know, saw how that ended. It was a good fight. You know, it was a good win for Dern. If anything, the lesser fights would probably include like Nina Azaroff just because she ain't around, right? You know, like you would have to match her up to make everything a bad fight. Because even Verna Jandaroba was a good fight with any of these fighters. Angela Hill's a good fight with any of these fighters, you know? So yeah, so much going on. But when it all comes down to it, you know, Carla, we're just waiting on that. We're waiting on that fight to be made. Namajunas versus Esparza. That's the one that really makes sense now. Maybe she's waiting for that cut to heal up or something that happened in the grappling tournament. You know, so we'll see where it goes from here, man. What else? So yeah, with her lined up, Marina should be next. That's my assessment of how I see it. Carla, Marina, winner of Andrade Lemos, possibly. You know, and then from there it can go whatever. You know, Joanna Weili fight again, and that could decide something. But even then, it's like Andrade versus the number 10 and Lemos. Let's say Lemos beats Andrade. She'll probably have to get another fight in there because she'll have to wait behind Carla and Marina. So she might be fighting like the winner of Dern Torres next. Lemos, that is. Like Lemos might fight the winner of Dern Torres if she beats Andrade. Or the winner of Andrade, Lemos fights the winner of Dern Torres. You know, that could be a thing. So yeah, it's like a strawweight tournament going on right now. But like I said, everybody pretty much has kind of an argument to make on why they deserve a fight against the champion. See, whereas in, you know, the flyweight division, it's still hard to say, like, there's still a lot of like fighters that don't jump at the opportunity to fight Valentina. Like even the ones that are veterans and the ones that are like 30 somethings, they're not like jumping right at it. Right. And to me, they don't show the same type of skill set like the Joannas and the Andrades and the Carlas and the Weilis, right? And the Marinas. Like everybody in there again, they have done something, gone on like a fight, 3-4 fight, 3-4-5 fight win streak, something like that. Whereas flyweight is still like, okay, this person doesn't seem ready, or they're pumping the brakes themselves because they're not ready. But you could actually line up 4 or 5 fighters for Rose Namajunas that are title shot ready right now. That's how I see it. You know, agree or disagree, but there's at least 3 to 4 title shot ready fighters right now. They just have to get in line. There really is no more title elimination for some of these strawweights. They're good to go. But, you know, when you look at the flyweight division, we still have to kind of wait. Like, Shevchenko already defeated the first 4, 1 through 4 in her ranking. So we're going to Taylor now, right? But after Taylor, who is there that's legit, solidified, and ready? Nobody, right? Of course, Manon is fighting Jennifer Maia, and that'll put her in there. She's the next closest thing. So you really only have 2. And their rankings are so far apart. Like, Taylor's number 5, Manon is number 13, right? So it's really just those 2 that feel like they are ready. And, going by the eye test, look like they are ready. Whereas, again, strawweight, I'm not mad if Andrade gets it, if she was to beat Lemos. Definitely not mad Marina gets it. Carla's next. Torres versus Dern, why not? The winner of that fight, why not? So, yeah, man, what do y'all think in the comment section? The strawweight division is definitely still thriving above the rest. I just wish they would do something with a featherweight division or atomweight division, because not every lady can make strawweight. Not every lady can make flyweight. And we got to do something about the bantamweights, man. And before I go, I definitely got to talk featherweight and bantamweight. Come on, you got perfectly good bantamweights and featherweights right here. 2 that need to be signed. Featherweight, you got so many fighters. Bantamweight, you need to sign Tanisha Tennant. Come on. Tanisha Tennant's the same age as Manon. Also got the same high elite skill as Manon. That's why I've been saying, okay, I ride with Manon, but her skill set is on point. It's dominant. But I've been saying the same thing about Tanisha Tennant. Why is she not there? Why is she not in the division? Then you got featherweights. You got Chelsea Chandler out here. Why are you not signing these fighters? Chelsea, she wants it. Go ahead and get them in there. These fighters want it. All right.